was almost suffocating. And I was
Oh, well,
trying
you
to
know
be
what?
with that upheaval.
Well, with divine openings, I've not experienced it ever going on for very long.
I know
It totally changes every emotional flow, but
that's
crying is quick and intense, and boy, it's over. Have y'all experienced that?
I've experienced
That it
both. Sometimes there's a
changes.
little, just a little drizzle that'll last a little longer.
Yes.
But I just, when I do, especially if I'm by myself, then I don't
Yeah.
have to be embarrassed about it or anything.
Yeah.
I just enjoy it. I don't know.
Oh,
I just,
absolutely.
It's a release.
Honestly,
It is. It
yeah,
is.
You know?
Honestly.
Enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I cry at sentimental
Enjoy
commercials.
it.
Okay, that's how bad
Yeah,
it
me
is.
too.
Oh,
Me
yeah,
too.
McDonald's commercial.
The little girl that's the first ballet recital, AT&T, like 20 years ago. I still cry when I
Right.
But I used to take a lot longer to recover.
Well, see, that's a
So,
used to.
for
That's
sure.
used to, honey.
So for sure,
Everything
yeah.
used to take a lot longer. Everything did. When I first got together with Scott, I just was constantly crying. He was opening me up. I was crying. He'd go. It became kind of a joke. He'd look over here. Are you crying again? But he was kidding. He was kidding. He loved it. He had the wisdom from the very beginning to just. He didn't try to talk about it.
Right.
He didn't ask a question. He'd just go.
Yeah.
And just sit there in silence. Oh, I did that for on and it wouldn't last very long at a time, but it kept coming in waves and waves and waves for about a couple of months. Doesn't happen anymore, except when those McDonald's commercials. Oh, I'm joking, but but anything really touching, anything touching, it's just so beautiful.
Yeah, it's something is a beautiful thing.
Yes.
That's what we call it.
With the recent grief experiences I've had just that heartbreak and feeling it and crying, and then it just can transition just like that into this soaring.
Yes.
And it's just like this bliss, and it's just like whoa. I mean, just within minutes.
Yep.
It's just,
And that'll happen
incredible.
more and more. Yeah. As you get, we were talking about, somebody was talking about a program where you had to sit down and do this 2-hour-long process over any intense emotion. Oh my God. And what happens with divine openings is you just, diving in just teaches you to get back to your normal, natural instinct of you feel the emotion and it moves. You feel the emotion and it moves. There is no more processing. There's no processing in divine openings. A League of Their Own, Tom Hanks. There's no crying in baseball. There's no processing in divine openings. You just feel your emotions and they move. And if what it would tell me if someone had to keep doing a 2-hour process is there was still such massive resistance to emotion that's why it would take so long. So we just go for let's just remove the resistance to emotion. Let's take the word embarrassment off of crying. Let's take the the more of these I lead, the less it happens. But when I used to, it was like during the initiation, I would just stream tears, and I wouldn't wipe them away. If my nose started dripping, I would wipe that away. But I don't want to scare anybody. There's this oozing creature in front of me.
I can't even look at you. I don't know.
Yeah, but tears is like let them flow. I would challenge y'all. Don't wipe away tears. See, we're like, well, let's get these wiped away. That we don't realize it, but that's what we're doing. Let's get rid of the evidence. Let's get rid of it. But don't. Next time you cry, just let tears run down your face and don't touch them. Yeah. And just let go of this thing that there's anything to be embarrassed about, that you're crying.
Or wrong.
or wrong. Oh,
certainly not wrong.
Come on. There's
It's in
there's
there and it wants
nothing
to
more
come out,
right.
so-
There's nothing more right than
Yeah.
than tears. And that's when it starts moving really, really fast. When there's no resistance to it. Let it flow. That's the mantra for that. Let it flow. Open up your breathing. You know, we choke back too. It's like, you know, stop doing that. Yeah.
So I've had many Lola hugs, but my first Divine Mother hug, been having kind of like a sob and a catch for like 3 years, and I would take a deep breath, and I'm like, oh, it'll pass. And I could feel when we were doing the Divine Mother hug, I was like, oh, here it comes, and I was scared to feel the sob, and it came up, and it's been gone ever since. And I didn't cry, nothing, but I was that fear of it like coming right up, and it like released. And I haven't had it once since, so it was like 3 years. I would have like a little catch when I would deep breathe.
Oh, I felt that. I felt that.
Well, I figured you did.
You did. There was a little catch.
A couple
and then it
times.
was, and then it was gone.
Gone the rest of the hug. And I was like scared to feel the pain of it, and there wasn't any. The whole time I'm like, oh, that sob is so, I know this means something, it's grief, it's gonna be this huge emotional explosion, and I'm not gonna be able to handle it. That was fine. She was hugging me, and I was like, that was it. So yeah, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. And sometimes people will have these explosive, like, "Wah!" for about 2 minutes, but it's all good. Yeah. So wonderful.
Right?
But I want to say that last night, after the initiation, I heard, welcome home. And I was crying. I heard, welcome home.
We're all just going to bask in that. Yeah. That's something else, too, that we'll savor rather than rushing on past some wonderful moment. We'll breathe it in and we'll savor it. We don't want to rush past it. We'll come to this spot that feels so good. I'll just go, okay, let's just stop. Donna does this, too.
And I want to say one more story.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I used to race the boys, and I would always win. And as an adult, I sometimes race with friends, and I never win. At the beach, I just started running. I was running and running and running. I had like this power. It was like supercharged power. It was crazy. That's awesome. So cool.
And that's symbolic of everything. Yeah. And symbolic reminds me of a couple of people talking about dreams that they had last night. Crazy dreams, wonderful dreams, whatever dreams. Just know that your dreams are always doing something for you. With divine openings, your whole relationship to dreams changes. There's value in them. They're doing something for you. If it's a scary dream, if it's a weird dream, if it's an uncomfortable dream, it's moving energy for you. I've had people who did, for whatever reason, because of maybe severe childhood abuse or something, had difficulty moving emotion at first, and I'll go, just let your dreams do it. And they did. Yeah. Let your dreams do a lot for you. Put things to dream assignment. Accept the gifts you get from dreams. Always assume it's a gift. Somebody had a scary dream last night and used the, you're just a part of me. I'm bringing you home. It's all good. And then feeling that lift.
Savoring, like just that image of watching Lola with her hand. I noticed this morning. Oh, time to go. I was like, oh, face cream. I was 90 mile an hour. Christine just woke right up. I was like, whoa. Let's try that again. Send the duck on the pond. Let me just, and then I threw a little golden light in there, and all my cells were just drinking it in. And I was like, isn't that a nicer way to start the day? And everything just became very savory, deliberate, and the coming to you, walking. I was like, the tree is coming to me, and as the tree was coming to me, then I would just spend time. I mean, that whole thing is huge for me. I'm extremely visual, and to spend time following the branch and the leaves, I was like, that is a whole new walking meditation for me. I may not be able to make sentences very long if I do that, but I can. And it was just instant. Like my whole nervous system shifted in moments. And for me, I can't even express how huge that is for me, because this girl is in fight or flight all the time, in charge of everything, not just my stuff, but at least 50 people's other lives. I'm in charge of so much for so many years. I can't even begin to tell you what a relief and how much more energy I'll have and have already, and how much more fun, how much more room for fun there's going to be. And I'm just, I'm beyond grateful and excited and just wickedly curious to see what is going to, come next in that just whole exploration. And make myself.
Isn't it wonderful? And everything that we did was a pleasure practice. Everything.
Yeah.